Songwriting is a skill that you sharpen over time. And like working out, you get stronger and better over time. But what are some of the essential skills that set the amateurs apart from the professionals? In today's video, we're going to go over 7 essential habits that successful songwriters do to keep top of their game and writing better and better songs over the years. So let's get started. Number 1, write every day or at least with a consistent schedule. Now, I know what you're thinking. This is super obvious, but you know what? I have to say it, and it cannot be overstated. You need to actually write and write and write if you're to become a successful songwriter. It's hard to do, but it's important to write at least something on a regular basis. This should happen every day. And if for some reason you can't do it every day, you should at least have some type of regular schedule in writing that happens several times a week. This will ensure that by the end of a certain time frame, you would have collected several completed songs. Now, notice I said completed. Maybe not fully produced in the recording or production phase, but you should have the structure, chord progression, lyric, and melody mostly worked out. Once these are done, you can consider the songwriting process completed, and only completed songs count towards your song count, or catalog of completed songs. Number 2, pick your method of writing. Now, we all have our way and preferences of writing, whether it's with a pen and paper, singing along with your guitar, using an audio recorder, or songwriting straight into your DAW of choice. I used to write with the guitar and pen and paper. That's where my creativity used to flow best back in the day. Now, I tend to write a little bit more straight into my DAW, and because of it, my melodies seem to have become improved. So, figure out where you feel most comfortable with and where you are actually more productive. There's no right or wrong to this one. Then set up a workflow with that method in mind so that you can knock out your writing more effectively and often. Number 3, let your work, family, and loved ones know about your writing schedule. Now, I've been writing for many years now, and I think that one of the most difficult things is to set aside time to write. Now, we already went over this point a little earlier, but now let me go ahead and take it a step further. Let your family and loved ones know when it's time for you to write, so that they know when not to disturb you during the process. Unless it's some emergency of some type, you want to make sure that you are left alone during the time you have set aside for your songwriting. Once people know that this is a serious request, then you will be better off making better progress on your songs, and you'll see your writing advance as well as seeing your song catalog increase. Now, it goes without saying that it's best for you to take advantage of this time that you've given yourself by doing what needs to be done. So, get to writing. Number 4, study and analyze other successful songs. As you develop as a songwriter, it's a great idea to study new songs that come out, but also study songs of the past that were successful. In this process, it's also a great idea to analyze the way the song works. Its chord progression, creative lyrics, their setup and schemes, and how the melody works against those chords and the song forms that they use. By analyzing songs over and over, you will start to pick up on patterns and then be able to use those patterns and apply them to your songs and even create new patterns of your own, thus making you a better songwriter. Also, you can take notes on the production so that it can help you decide which direction you're going to go when it's time to start the music production phase. So if you're liking this list so far, please hit the like button and subscribe so that you don't miss out on any more videos currently in the making to help you on your musical journey. Now, let's get back to the list. Number 5, advance your music theory, lyric, and melody writing. Now, I know with all the advances in technology these days, it's super easy to skip this step, but trust me, if you want to go the distance of becoming a successful songwriter that may eventually write in different genres, then advancing your music theory is essential. I would also stay cautious of those that tell you that music theory isn't necessary, because it is. If you have some knowledge, then continue adding to it. Learn a new lyric structure and ways to be inventive. Juxtapose a melody that wouldn't normally go with a certain chord progression. Music theory can help you with all of this. Who knows, maybe one day you'll be hired to write a song in a genre that you never would have expected to write in. And by improving your music theory, you'll be better prepared to tackle multiple genres of song as your career advances. Moving on to number 6. Know your strengths and weaknesses as a songwriter. Now, we can't all be Taylor Swift or Sting or Billy Joel, where songs seem to come easily to them as getting up in the morning and making some coffee. Some of us actually have to work at it. But all joking aside, some of us are better at lyric writing than others are better at chord progressions and vice versa. All of us have a weakness, so there's nothing to be ashamed of. Just know where you excel and where you fall short. Here are a couple ways to solve this. Number 1, in the areas where you are weaker, it's a great idea to improve over time by just doing it more. Keep working at it day by day, learning more about it, writing and repeating. It will come in time and you'll be stronger and more confident in that area. Number 2, collaboration. Collaboration is a great way to fix your weakness. Just find another songwriter that completes you.
You complete me.
And fills the gap of your songwriting weakness. So for example, while you're writing the lyric to the song, your collaborator is writing the chord progression. The song will be all the better for it, and you might actually finish the song faster than you expect. And lastly, number 7. Record demo versions, lyric and lead sheets, and store them in a safe place. So once upon a time, I had a briefcase full of lyric sheets that I wrote in my younger days. Some were just lyric lines, but some were actual full worked out lyrics ready for music. One day, my family and I were moving into a new home. And when I got settled into my new place and started setting up my workplace, I couldn't find my briefcase. Looking high and low, asking everyone around, I still couldn't find it. It turns out that the briefcase got mixed up in the move, and because the briefcase looked a bit old and beat up, people took it for trash.
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
And just like that, years and years of lyric writing out the window. I was so bummed because I knew that in there I had some gems. I really did. So the lesson here is to make sure that whatever songwriting you're doing, please make sure that you have a system to save your work, whether it's an external hard drive, a Dropbox, email, or whatever. Just make sure that you have a backup plan and a backup plan for that so that you don't one day have a horrible day like I did. I would also get into the habit of recording a quick demo of how the song goes through an audio app on your phone or something. Then save that MP3 along with any lyric sheets and lead sheets that you've created for the song. This is a great habit to get into so that you don't have to remember how the song goes and what the chords were. I cannot tell you how many times I've gone into my song vault and come up into a song that I don't even remember writing. But there it was. MP3, lead sheet, and lyrics ready to go into production. It was almost like an early Christmas gift.
Fruit spray? Sure.
So there you go. 7 essential habits of successful songwriters that should help you in your journey of becoming the best songwriter that you can be. I hope that this list has given you some ideas that you can adapt into your workflow to write great songs. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I invite you to do so now. I've got more songwriting and composing lessons, movie, music, and gear reviews coming up soon. Now give this video a thumbs up if you felt it was valuable to you and you think it would help others too. And if you're looking for 25 tips to start as a film composer, then check out this video right here. In the meanwhile, I wish you all the best in your songwriting, and I'll see you back here soon. My name is Santiago Valencia, and until then, it's been a real slice. Take care.